Morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Michelle, and welcome to Independent Fiber Farmer, episode 18. Yes, I have sticky notes. Episode 18, and today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Wow, 18. You'd think by now I wouldn't still be nervous, but no, I am. So, August, right? We're officially like full-blown summer. It's hot as heck. um, it's kind of iffy weather this year, huh? So, we got a little cool breeze here last week. It was almost fall-like. And, of course, yes, I cast on 2 more things because it was fall-like. Sorry, not sorry. I just want to knit all the things immediately when the weather drops. So, there's that. But if I failed to mention, you could find me on Instagram. I didn't mention it. You can find me on Instagram under Independent Fiber Farmer, and on Facebook under Michelle Brom, although I don't go to that one all that much, but on YouTube as Independent Fiber Farmer. And like I said, I don't do this to get paid. I don't do this to gain popularity. Like I said, during COVID, it was a very secluded time, and I would love to have a group of like-minded individuals to socialize with. Squirrel moment. I'm always on the lookout for new podcasts to watch. Not that I don't have enough, but I did find one today, and the best I can describe him as the male version of me. Flannel and Pearl, I believe. Gosh, I should have had that done, huh? He has an Instagram site. He's on Instagram also. I want to say it's Flannel and Pearls. I'm hoping. I'll correct it in the notes. I'll put it in the notes. But, well, let's get to finished objects, because I actually have some of those today. Okay, now remember that bamboo yarn. I started this, oh my gosh, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I bought this, it's another very vibrant colors. I bought peach and yellows and greens and this turquoise off of eBay. It is, I even spend time in Japan, but all I'm going to be able to tell you is that is not English. Okay, that's what this is. It is 100% bamboo, and so it's very drapey, very summer-like yarn for tank tops and stuff. It's not hot. However, very splitty. There's like 4 micro strands twisted together, and so normally I crochet, and I've been doing it since I was a little girl, so I can just crochet up a storm and not really look around I have to look at it. I can do it while I'm watching TV or going down the road in the car, or whatever. Not with this stuff, because the minute you look away, you're only grabbing 3 of those strands, and I just can't handle, not even if it's on the inside, a little strand puckering. It bothers me, so I have to go back to when it was perfect and go again. So there was many times I had to rip out. That being said, the colors and the finished project are phenomenal. If you can take time, I think I had it was a small hook, like 0. It was tiny. I just did your normal granny square. I did a 17. Now, I'm border, medium, but something like this, I'm going to obviously wear over a tank top, and I don't want it to be too form-fitting because, I'm not like 20 anymore, so, I would say this is a border between a medium and a large, in a short version, because we already discussed my short torso. like no torso. But so it's a 17-inch granny square in the front and 17-inch granny square on the back. It's the same. And then this is all double crochet, by the way. Okay, but on top, I double crocheted, picked up 25 of the stitches on each shoulder, 25, and crocheted 6 rows, and then connected it to the back. Okay, so that's my shoulder. And then of course I just did 2 rows of single crochet around the neck area, just to give it some structure, because otherwise it was really draping too much. It's kind of like a boat neck, but it doesn't sit up on the neck too high, so I can deal with it. It's not heavy yarn. It's not like wool or polyester or anything like that. So it's not even like acrylic. So it can touch the neck and be fine. 0 itch. I did the same thing on the sleeves. I did 2 rows of single crochet on the sleeves. I went about halfway down on the square for the sleeves. Like I said, you'll be wearing a white tank top under this, where it will go, the tank top goes up higher under your arm than this a little bit, so it's fine. And then I did, I wanted to add a little bit more length, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, 5 double crochet rows around the bottom. Okay, there we go. You see my wonky mannequin? I told you my mannequin's a little wonky. And that can be machine washed, hand washed, put in the dryer. It should be fine. Although, because I am worried about it being snagged, I probably will hand wash it. It's just once, because I have a lot of hand wash. I don't mind, but yep. And I just connected all the seams by a single crochet on the inside. I was gonna whip stitch it, and I thought if I ever have to fix it or, add more, it'd be easier to rip that seam out. So that's what I did. But there it is. It's all done. It is ready to go. You can wear a yellow top under. I'm going to keep that band with there. I'm going to wear white probably, because, white goes with everything. It's like thoughtless. So, yeah, that's done. That's bamboo. And I would just call this a shell. I have no pattern for it. I just did 2 17-inch squares and then added the finishing touches. I did add a little 6 rows for each shoulder to give it more of a shoulder, and this would lower the boat neck a little bit. Other than that, it's pretty simple. The size of the yarn is fine. I would probably choose something less splitty next time, though. I still have some green in that, so who knows? Who knows? Okay, so that's done. Also, my daughter had her birthday. Yay! She's turned 15. She is the youngest of my children. And I have a problem wasting money on wrapping paper anymore. And then the tape, and then the gas to go get it. And I think I covered this with Christmas bags around last Christmas, I believe. I will be covering that again, because anything you can do to save money, yeah, I'm in. I am in. I am like the frugal of frugal penny pinchers. That's me. But now our last name being Rom, and kids making fun of, in school. They just do. And they don't do it to be mean. It's not bullying. It's not being mean. It was one of her friends. Friends now. And he's a boy, so, a little admiration going on towards my daughter. And she, being young, didn't pick up on it. And her last name being Rom, she's probably going to kill me for this. But he had rhymed her last name in a saying, and she came home from school last year, not upset, but like aggravated. You know, why do people have to do this? You know, and so we just simply explained to her that he probably didn't know how else to talk to her. Some boys feel intimidated. And he didn't say it to be mean. He didn't say it with a group of boys. So I don't believe there's any mean intent in there. And he hasn't done it since. So he either felt bad or realized it bothered her. And he just, like I said, I think there was some admiration going on towards my daughter. Just saying. But she's not 40, so she can't date yet. So there's that. Anyway, let me tell you. He said, "Hey, ramen noodle." And she come home, and, you know, we noticed she was upset, and we asked what happened. And she told us, and like the supportive parents we are, you know, because we already went through this. I had my maiden name made, you know, fun of. And, of course, my husband's last name, Rom, was, you know, he had his made fun of. So she come home, and she told us, and immediately we looked at each other, and we go, you know, because she's like the last of 6 children. So we've heard a lot of names. But we just looked at each other and like, I never heard that one. That's a good one. I never heard of that one. Oh man. You know, and she's looking at me like, really, Mom? Really? I know. Look, we did talk about it. We dealt with it. And she's fine. But it's just a name. And they can't hurt you. They shouldn't be using them. No, but it'll be fine. That being said, so I went to Walmart, and in the fat course, sorry, messing with fiber in here, so my nose is a little itchy. I know, it's rude. I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to hold this real close. Now, I did submit a picture of this on Instagram. So, can you see the little ramen noodle cups? Get it? Ramen noodle. My corny sense of humor? My daughter's gonna kill me. She loves me, and she's fully aware of how her mom is, so whatever. That being said, this was the bag I used to put her birthday presents in. Because she needed a new one for her laptop she has to carry for school, and notebooks, pencils. Plus, if we go camping or something, it's like mostly for the weekend, or we go see my brothers for the weekend. So she can fit her weekends worth of clothes in here. And so she needed a new bag. So I got it, and it's just a simple bag. There's a box end at the bottom. But, and it has an orange inner lining, but I used it as a gift bag. So the one present itself was the bag. But, oh, hi, Mabby. I know everyone's probably thinking, you made fun of your kid? I did not make fun of my kid. I did not make fun of my kid. Because I did tell her that she is young, she is beautiful, she is strong. And he probably just liked her. So, like I said, that hasn't happened again. So, that's probably the odds. But I firmly believe in making bags for presents. Eco-friendly. It took me... Okay, I had a few medical procedures done, so that took me a day, only because moving was really slow. That took me a day, and I did paid extra attention because I wanted it to turn out perfect. Because it was for my daughter. But well, I got 2 dogs that just wandered in here. I hope they behave. Okay, so that's that one. I also do Christmas bags and birthday bags. It doesn't have to be birthday themed, or if you can't sew, you can take a pillowcase and like a potato and etch a pattern in it, and like color on the end of it with a marker or some paints and stamp your pillowcase, or and you can tie it shut with a ribbon. You can do that as a gift bag. You can use the eraser on the end of a pencil, and with a razor blade or a knife with parents in the room. Cut it into a heart shape and just stamp hearts all over, or use polka dots. There's all kinds of things you can do. So, shh, shh, shh. Of course he's gonna bark, right? Because they hear children. So I may have to let him out here if he isn't gonna behave, huh? All right, so let me get to what else I finished. I did finish this this sweater for my husband. I think I had the sleeves and the neck cuff to do or something like that last time, but it is finished. I tried to persuade my husband to take a picture of this. He wouldn't let me. So there it is. Now I did run out of the variegated, so I had to finish it with the dark brown, and I made sure I had dark brown on the end of this, so it kind of looks like it's supposed to be. I did omit the kangaroo pouch because my husband said that would probably just get snagged on things and he wasn't interested, so less work for me. That being said, this is acrylic. It is all acrylic, and it fits him very well. It's a little big on me, but it's all acrylic. The Line or Heart brand, Walmart. The big skeins at Walmart. Nothing fancy. You can throw this in the washer and throw it in the dryer. Line dry it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, roughly. Now the next one I make, because I don't have a pattern. Like I said, I've made many of these. And with crocheting, it is easy, if something doesn't look right, to unravel it and start over. You know, rip back and start over. But I've made so many ugly sweaters that I kind of know what to do on this. Okay, so roughly. Now this is for a man's medium. It'd be a woman's large. I'm sorry, I forget to speak up sometimes. This is for a man's medium and a woman's large. I was told that I need to speak up. Believe it or not, I am talking pretty dang loud. I am. So, I chained 75. And this is done in a worsted weight double crochet. And so I chained 75. Okay. And I divided it. When you go around, the front has 30 double crochets, okay? And on the 30th chain that you double crochet in, chain 1 and double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, now each shoulder has 10. So you're going to double crochet 10, and on the 10th one, chain 1 and double crochet in the same chain as the 10th stitch for the shoulder. And then do 30 for the back. Okay, so there'll be four. I'm so, just come on over. It'd be easier for me to show you. Okay, so you go 30, okay? You go 30, and do you see this? You see that line? Okay, that is where my 2 double crochets in the same chain are. Okay, so this is chain 30. I double crochet 30, I chain 1, double crochet again. Okay, and then I start the 10. So there'll be 4. You'll do that 4 times. 30 stitches for the front, 30 stitches for the back, and 10 for each. 60, 70, 80. Wow. Okay, so apparently I increased. I miscounted then. I said I'm kind of counting after I finished it, so I'm trying to find all the, okay. 60, 70, 80. So you're going to want to chain 80, not 75. Like I said, I will sit down and I will try to duplicate this and write down what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And for me though, I don't think to do it. I sit down at night and I watch TV and I just forget. But I will try. So okay, chain 80, scratch the 75. I don't get paid to teach. It's okay. It's okay. And if you're here listening to my ramblings, you're probably a lot like me. So, chain 80, okay? And remember, the front has 30 stitches and the back has 30 stitches, and each shoulder has 10, okay? And you're going to do that for 18, I did that 18 rows. I went around for 18 rows, and then I separated for the sleeve. Now that gets a bit more complicated, like I said. That should get you started, and if you have any crocheting abilities whatsoever, you'll see where you need to go from there. But that's roughly. I know, it probably doesn't help anybody. I promise you, I'm going to make another one, and I will try to write it down as I go. I don't normally use a pattern. I just know when it doesn't look right. But, yep. And I just did your simple front post, back post for the ribbing. 2 front posts, 2 back posts, 2 front posts. So there is stretch, but it's not super tight. Okay, so yep, he just pulled it right over his head. He put it on. It fits. It's fine. It's surprisingly, with the little holes in it, it is surprisingly warm. And I don't have to worry about him ruining this. You know, I can just throw it in the washer. It's not like one of my wool ones. So, I'm sorry if I'm not a good explainer. It's a word. But that's done. That is done, and I have quite a bit more to do on my shelf. That has a lot more acrylic, which I need to get off of there. I'm not buying any more yarn. I say that, right? I'm trying not to buy any more yarn. So, I finished the shell. I finished the sweater. I finished. Now, I'm going to show you these two first because I have not set the twist in these, and I don't want them to get mixed up with the ones that I have. I've also been spinning because, well, I couldn't move around very much the last week or so. But, let me start with this one here, which is a combo of dark blue and light blue applied with a white. This is, I'm going to sneeze. Give me a minute. Excuse me. Fiber. And then the dogs are in here, and okay, we may have mowed the grass last night, so there's that too. I have allergies. So you get the real me. This is unedited. So this is Merino and my Leicester Lamb, Tencel Top, Viscose, and Romney. And there are 284 yards, and this is a 2-ply. And I would still call this DK. I would call this a DK. It's kind of small. No sparklies. Okay. Can you see that? I know my fingers are kind of yellow because I've been cooking and dyeing, and I swear that's turmeric, which won't come off. Turmeric's good for you. It stains everything. So, there's that one. I can't wait. I guess I have the twist in that yet, so I can't mix it up with the other ones. And I do have a habit of doing browns and light colors. So, like I said, I always forget about the blacks. And so I made a point to grab. I have an exact replica of this one on the spinning wheel right now. So there will be 2 of these. This is 180 yards. And I went a little bit plumper. I'm going to call this, after I'm a light worsted to a worsted weight. Okay, so this is going to be plumper. Super soft. Alpaca, Romney, and Merino, and Angelina. Okay, now the Merino being the tealy color, and the Angelina is a teal color, and the Alpaca and the Romney are the black. Now there's natural, so you'll see like gray, black, light or dark browns. You know, it's all natural. Can you see the sparkles? You can actually kind of see them. You see that? it's going to be interesting. And I'm making two. Like I said, this is 180 yards. This, I love Romney. My absolute favorite is Romney. Okay, now alpaca is so soft, but it will not hold structure. So I always mix that in with my Romney to give it more structure. So there'll be two of them, 180, 180. So there's plenty there to do something with. So I just have to set the twist in those today. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Now, in the last video, I did mention that I had found a bag of my Leicester long wool that I had apparently washed and ruined the structure of the locks for dyeing, but not for spinning. And I wanted to try a rustic crocheted rug. Now, when you crochet, it takes up a lot more yarn than it does when you knit. It just does. And I want to make this a pretty sturdy, hardy rug. You're going to be walking on it or sitting on it or, whatever. So I've already made up two skeins. One was, it's a single ply. I'm crocheting it. It's going to be rustic. It's not soft. So this is definitely rug yarn. Like I said, but I did know. And I mixed the good prime area with leg wool and neck wool and belly wool. I just mixed it all up. So I'm sure it would have been soft if had I separated it. But I didn't. Because I know now. I know that now. I love this fiber community. You can make all these mistakes, and somewhere out there is someone that will look you straight in the eye and say, oh, I've done that. Oh, I've done that. They won't judge you. Oh, I've done that. And they'll even more than likely give you a hint on how to fix that. So the fiber community is extremely, extremely friendly. I am not sorry I got involved with it at all. So that being said, this is 162 yards of one ply Leicester rug yarn. See how it's not even a perfect spin. I want a very rustic textured rug. I would call that worsted or Aran weight. I would call that. And that the twist has been set in that. So this is my third skein. So I probably could start crocheting it. But I'm probably going to need a bunch more, which is good because I have half a bag over there. I even have discovered that my seconds are in there. Like I didn't know you had to separate anything. So even my little bits of seconds that are like this long are in there. And so there's a lot of sorting. And that's still my first bag, so I should have more than enough. But we're looking at a cream colored rug, which is fine. It should match just about everything. I'm sure my dogs will appreciate it. But then I have this one. I got a lot of spinning done. I did. Like I said, I took time this summer and I prepped a lot of the wool and ran it through my drum carder a couple times. So spinning is almost effortless. I got a lot of this stuff out. The only thing that's taking me a long time is that rug yarn. And that is hard on the hands. It does hurt my hands holding on to it. So I do one skein every once in a while. I don't push it. I'll get there. But this is 282 yards of mohair, tussa silk, tencel top, merino, alpaca, and bamboo. Okay, and this is a white cream mixed with brown and greens. I'm going to try to see it. Very little greens. Let's see if we can. There's some. Let's see if I can't. Can you see that? A little bit of green. So there's like little specks of green. So it's a very neutral. And I would definitely call this in between sock weight and DK weight. 282 yards. So I am thinking maybe a beanie though. A beanie because it's very neutral and I can have one made up and put it in the gift tote. Or I would, not slippers. This is too soft. Too soft. I don't think they'll hold up as slippers. So, I'll find a purpose for it. I am working on making larger quantities of the same colors, so I can do whole projects, not have to find something coordinating. So I pulled out all of my hand spun yarn off the shelves this week and put it on the table to see what I had. And while my table is full, and there's some colors that would coordinate with each other to make like a sweater or a cardigan, it would be easier if there was more of a main color, you know? So I'm working on it. I am. This one is 206 yards of alpaca, bamboo, sari silk, and merino. This, zero itch, but I am thinking more like maybe mittens. And this is a D. I would definitely call this a DK. Green, white, and creams. Like an off-white, winter white. I would call this for mittens. I would say. But is there? There's a red speck. Came off of another bat. There's no red in this. It's all green. But yeah, that is, or even a head warmer. This could be used for anything. This is so soft, there's no scratch to that at all. And I had a little bit of the purple left over on my bobbin of leftover stuff, and I had gotten some of that, the leftover color for the green, the white that I plied it with. They're all 2-ply, by the way. That I finished plying the purple off the bobbin with it. I said, you just keep holding it, something will come along that it matches. And so this is purple. This is mohair, tussa silk, tencel top, wool, alpaca, and Angelina. And there are 72 yards. So you see why I don't throw it away. I know. I just wait. And like I said, I spin 2 separate bats. And I do them equal, but they lay differently on the carder, the drum carder. And so one bat may contain a little bit more than the other bat, depending on how straight I can get the fibers. And apparently there was more of the white and creams than the green and white that I plied it with. And I had some left over, so I said, well, I did this, and I would call this a light worsted. Now, it is slightly thick and thin. It is purple. One would think I love purple. I make purple because it reminds me of my grandmother, who did love purple a lot. A lot. Like, she painted her walls in her bedroom purple. She did like purple. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just certain colors I wear to remind me of people. Purple's from my grandmother. And green is from my oldest daughter, Dakota, who loved green of any shade. So anytime I see Angelina or sparklies and things, I think of my middle one, Cheyenne. She was 100% all girl, and so like anything blingy was her thing. So anytime I see Angelina, so there is a reason why I spin certain colors. Just because I don't care for them don't mean I don't wear them. I do try to keep my mind open as far, but I do gravitate towards the blues a lot. Blues and the whites a lot. And blues being anything from royal blue to teal green. That circumference. And you see I'm wearing pink today. I make myself do it. I'm at 35 minutes. I better get this on. I am just talking up a storm today. I've started some projects. I have. I showed you, I think it was 2 episodes ago, and not last one because I had not done any work on it, but I'm going to try to pronounce this. Saeros. S-A-E-R-O with that funny line over the top, and S. Okay. And this is, I know, I never have the front of the book ready. Oh, there it is. Okay, now, I have worked on it. I took it with me. This is in English, and it is Loppy. That's the book. It doesn't really, it's just Loppy. That's all it says on it. I ordered it off of eBay, because I can spin that kind of yarn. That being said, I don't use Loppy on these. Most of the time I am using a 2-ply wool that is thicker. So, I don't have those colors, but wouldn't that one be awesome? I wish. I do not have those colors in that quantity spun up. So, like I said, this is a heather, they called it a heather beige Romney. To me, it looks more of a light gray, is what it looks like to me. Okay, and I've done I have 2 cakes of those already spun up 2-ply in a thick and thin light worsted, I'm thinking. I know I have it squished on the, I do not have needles with a long enough cable. I do need to go find, I need like 5 40-inch cables. I know. I'll get there. Get there. Let's see if I can't stretch this out a little bit. But this is where I'm at. I did get some work done on it. And this is my heathered beige. Doesn't it look gray to you? It looks a taupey light brown or gray. And that's my main color, okay? That is my main color. And like I said, I have another whole cake that I had spun up and put in a center pole ball. Yeah. So I enjoy the texture. I also have this, which I'm going to use as one of my colors, because I have I have enough of that to do on the sleeves and the top. And then I have this gray, darker gray. I know you really, I don't want to lose my stitches. You can't really tell till you put them together, but there is a difference. There is a difference. And those are my colors. So not a whole lot of different colors, but the green is really going to pop on there, I believe. Really going to pop on there. But I did get some done. I did. I don't think I had 2 inches. So, yep, I worked on that. Driving to my brother's. I wasn't driving. I wasn't driving. I know, someone's going to say, you were driving? No. You feel the need to say the silliest things sometimes, you know? But, my husband was driving, which is awesome, because that means I'm knitting. But I did. The visit went awesome, by the way. I got to see everybody. My birthday was very nice. Like I said, I haven't spent a birthday with my twin in forever. So it was a bit odd, but we hadn't done it in a while. Like I said, we turned 48 this year. It's just a number. I don't mind it. Maybe we'll do it again next year. it took us to go see a glass factory, took us out to eat, and then we went to something called Heritage Days, which is like a kind of like our Old Bedford Village, only I think they're a little bit more organized. Sorry, Old Bedford Village. Which I'm a history nerd, so I love it. I had a really good time. The glass factory was, I'd never been to a glass factory. I'd never. So that was the first for me, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I had a blast, and I never have a bad time when I go see them. I never. So that being said, that's my work in progress. Okay. Now, I started this a couple months ago, and I put it on the back of my shelf, and I'd forgotten about it. I did. Some stuff got set in front of it, and I clean forgot about it. This is called the Haute Couture Natural Knitting Silver Lake Shirt. Okay, and I thought, well, that looks pretty simple, you know, and I'm looking at it, right? I'm thinking, that's just a square. I mean, that's just a rectangle. Yeah, I can do that. That'll be one of those easy knitting projects, right? Not in pink, though. That is one color I just can't wrap my head around. So, not unless it's like a neon pink or a bright pink. That shade of pink, no. So, yep, I found it, and I thought, you know what? Let me get that done. I'll work on that some more. I did not realize that there was 4 separate pieces. 2 front, 2 back, and then you have to do 2 sleeves. So there's actually 6 different pieces you have to make and then seam together. So I don't particularly care for those kind of projects, but it's already started. It looks pretty simple. And I kind of already bought the yarn. So this is my one and only long cable, right? On this small project. What are you going to do with me? I'm hopeless. But it's kind of like get you some slack here. It's kind of like a brown tweedy. Do you see the specks? So, yep. I did not grab the band. I will bring that with me next time to tell you what this is. I know it is wool. I want to say it's worsted weight wool, but I'll give you more specifics on it next time. By then I should have it, maybe the other half of the front done. But no, this is the back. It starts with the left back. So, and I only have to go until it measures 22 inches long. So I think I'm at 15 inches now. So that shouldn't be that much longer. And it does go kind of fast because it is worsted weight. It does go, I'm used to doing the smaller stuff. It's been going a lot faster than anticipated, which is awesome. Awesome. But, so I will give you more update on that, but I have worked on that. That's almost done. Well, that piece is almost done. I've not worked on my socks, so I can't show you my socks. I showed you that one and that one. Okay, my last melon here. Like I said, fall had hit, you know, and we had a couple warm days this last week. Today again is overcast, and I think our high's only gonna be like 79 today. So super nice. But it kind of reminds you that the cooler weather is coming. It is coming. So, why is this slowing down? I hope I'm not lagging too much. I hope I'm not. That being said, I'll finish this up. So I have this book here, which I ordered off the internet, Knitting by Nature. And I am... even my books have sticky notes. But it's called Violet. It's a shawl. Let's see if I can get the glare off of that. I can't. It's called Violet, and it is a lace shawl. But I'm not doing it in purple because I don't have purple. I have this sparkly 2-ply. Look at, can you see the sparkles in there? I don't know. I keep moving it around. Like maybe you can, maybe on a big screen you can. But I swear there's copper sparkles and little orange bits in there. I have that color. And then I have this white. And for some reason, it's like a cream, but I put copper sparkles in this. And so yeah, that just adds to it. Now keep in mind these are not blocked. Okay, and so when I do block them, the yarn tends to plump up some more. And then the stitches relax and everything just goes the way it's supposed to. Let me just, I've not woven any ends in, and well, this is where I am. Oh, that's the back. Let me show you the good side. So it's kind of curling up on itself right now because I've not blocked it. And you can't, although I'm seeing now that it is hard to see the lace work with my yarn. It's fine. I'm going to finish it, and I will wear it anyway. I'm not sure if there's enough with just those two to finish this project. So I do have a couple other browns that with little orange bits and sparklies in it that I can do a stripe or two here and stretch it out. I think I will use this a lot. I'm trying to stay within my color safe zone, which are the browns. But yep, that started. I said a little bit of cool weather and I'm just knitting all the stuff, right? Lord help me. But I will also look up, I think, I don't have, I know, I need proper labels. Okay, that white one is 296 yards of the Leicester Long Wool, Angelina Bamboo Mohair, and Tussa Silk. So they're soft. And this is Alpaca Wool Angelina. I'll have to find the ball band for that. But I've absolutely been waiting to use this. So, again, that is a book, Knitting by Nature, by Cheryl Thies, Thies. Oh. And there's a lot of, they look complicated, but they're not. They're not if you just follow them step by step. Don't get overwhelmed. Do one row at a time. The shawl I'm doing looks complicated, but it is a 16 row repeat. Okay, and you do that repeat 8 times and you're done. I'm already on the second repeat and I've only been working on it for like a day. So it's with the other stuff, you know. But speaking of bags and eco-friendly, this is one of the bags I had made, was it last year for my daughter's trick-or-treating? And because she's too old to go trick-or-treating now, she's forfeited her Halloween bag. Now that being said, I always go to Walmart or something and fill it with stuff she can eat because she does have a red 40 food allergy in the form of grand mal seizures. So candy in general is hard. So she does enjoy stuff like the Mott's fruit snacks and the Rice Krispie treats, and there's stuff she can eat that is just as good for her. The graham cracker Scooby snacks for kids, you know, just fun stuff. You're never too old to eat fun stuff. The white cheddar Cheez-Its in the little bags. So it's not always chocolate and candy for Halloween, but you know, I do the same thing for Easter because she can't have a lot of the chocolate. There's red 40 in it. And if you're unaware of what red 40 is, please Google it. We're the only country that uses it. So we are red 40 free. However, this is the bag I made for her. And it's little bitty candy corns. Okay. And it's completely reversible. in case you wanted to use it like 2 years in a row. But the other side has black crows and pumpkins. And then I used this Halloween ribbon. And I can just pull it closed. But I use it for my knitting bags now. I just keep making them. And my Christmas bags look just like this. And they're reversible. So you can use, you know, some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are just, they're too big to be reversible. I have many different sizes for Christmas. I made 40 bags last year, all different sizes. The smaller ones I did make reversible. You know, you can use either side. All the stitches are hidden to give it, you know, a little different each year. So I do that. But the bigger ones are just like a pillowcase with a ribbon closure in Christmas prints. All different kinds of Christmas prints. And not only did we were able to wrap everything up last year in an hour, because, you know, you take the price tag off, you put it in the bag, and I had ripped like old t-shirt because I didn't have time to make the tags. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to have time this year. It's just for my family. So we took an old t-shirt, ripped it into strips, and I just loosely tied that around the bag, and I wrote their name on it with magic marker, and so we know whose bag was whose. Of course, we only have one child left in the house, so the guesswork's kind of minimal. I made up 40 bags, and so we were done in an hour. Everything was wrapped, and when we were done, we folded the bags up. I gave them a light wash and put them back in the storage tote for next year's Christmas. And there was no extra garbage. There was, you know, no gas money, no wasted. I believe in these bags. I'll probably do a whole episode on stuff you can do for gift wrapping and not spend money one time. And for years, you'll be fine. And once people get used to the eco-friendly bags, they'll know to either keep them for reuse or give them back. So there's all kinds of stuff. Plus I have all the craft bags I could possibly think of. Like this Halloween one. And it is pretty big, so this could handle a sweater, I believe. A thin sweater. A very thin sweater. But that's all my whips. I know. It's not all my whips. It's the only whips I'm going to show you. I'm still spinning. I have not worked on my socks. And I am trying to make another tank top out of wool. But we'll see how that goes or what it looks like. But until then, until next time, I know it's been, 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks. So I may be a couple days early. Because it's yucky out there. So, I do have to go pick green beans today. I still have to go pick some green beans. I really want to tear those plants out. So, that being said, I hope everybody has an awesome day. Share your crafts. Give me thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, they're shameless plugs. I don't care. My name is Michelle. And thank you for stopping by Independent Fiber Farmer and listening to my ramblings. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if I make just one friend, one extra person to talk crafty stuff with, it was worth it. So everybody have a nice, awesome day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.